Hello, Rep87 and welcome back to Combat Mission Battle for Normandy. We are now in the 7th mission of the Scottish Corridor campaign. This one is called A Little Night Music. And despite my confidence that we had seen the back of C Company's 13th, 14th and 15th platoons, we are in fact using those exact same troops in this scenario. So I had misunderstood the information I've been given, and we are indeed getting to play with those same troops again. So the scenario is that we have crossed the Odin. It's the same night, 27th of June, I believe. And we are dug in for the evening, and we're about to repel a German counterattack. So on map we have the 13th and 14th. So we've got the 13th leading the line at the front, 14th in reserve, and supposedly we will get the 15th coming on after about 5 minutes alongside some anti-tank support. As per the last mission, we have some supporting universal carriers and an FO who doesn't have the FO part of that team. While the last mission went very well and we didn't take that many casualties, this platoons are not very strong at the minute. They are rather under strength is a better way of saying it. So if I go through these sections, you see here's about half strength. Third section 20%. What go here? There you go. First section is sitting at 30%. Oh no, okay, they're from the same one. So they're sitting about 6% overall. This Bren detachment doesn't have a Bren. Mortar rounds have no mortars. Yeah, they are not in a great way. In fact, I think they've got. Oh no, he's got one. So we get three Brens between them. So not ideal. The objectives for this scenario is to defend this objective here, which is worth 100 points, and then just inflict casualties upon the Germans, which is worth 250. So much more emphasis in inflicting casualties. However, we have a pretty thin line here, and that doesn't fill me with confidence. And even our reserves, or on map reserve in the 14th, we have one full section, which I think might be this one. And then, yep, there you go. So they're pretty strong. Everyone else, there you go. Two men, one man. Not great. We're not in a great shape. So this could be very challenging, and I kind of think we might end up losing this one, but we'll see how it goes. In terms of the opposition facing us, so we know there is kind of a ragtag bunch of infantry, so we're not expecting the greatest morale, but they do seem to have a reasonable number of infantry, and obviously armed with the usual bolt actions and the always troubling MG34s and MG40s. We also apparently have heard some engines who may have some armoured support, and again, we do not have much in the way of combating armour. We've also got some Piat teams. In fact, that's it. We've got a handful of Piats. I think we've got 3 on map, and that's about it. I can't remember exactly how strong our 15th platoon is. I think they're okay, probably similar to the 14th, maybe a bit stronger. So that will be well required. But I do feel we might lose this forward line before we get them. In terms of the general plan, so yeah, moving back up the front here. Essentially, it's going to be a somewhat of a thin and blue line of defence. We have been given quite an extraordinary number of foxholes, which have kind of dotted around the place, but they're not actually that useful. And let me kind of explain as to why. So currently I've got these guys along this hedge line, and if I grab, let's see, you know, guy with good brain gunner. So we know they're going to be infantry assaulting across this field towards us, or I assume they're going to be assaulting across this field towards us because, well, the map's not particularly wide. Pretty good field of view. Now it's night time, so we're going to be restricted in what we can see, but not bad at all. Now if I take this very same unit and I plop them into these, in fact, just confirm these foxholes, which cannot move any. We'll see how. Yeah, can't move any further closer because of the hedge. This is as far forward as we can get them. And I plop these guys in this foxholes, so then have a nice defensive position, and then I check the target arc, so they can see the hedge, they can see a little bit on the other side of the hedge, and then after about, what's that, 25 meters, nothing, can't see. So that means the Germans can get within 25 meters of this hedge before we even spot them. So it's not actually that useful. So that's why I'm going to take a position along this hedge, and then I've moved these foxholes to the back of this field, and if need be, either with our reserves coming up or with these guys falling back, then we can put some guys in them and they can get some shots when the Germans come into it. The other troops I've placed is up in the second story of these buildings, so which are reasonably well protected from the front, and have a bit of a line of sight kind of down into this side of the hedge line. So if people are getting a bit closer, you might be able to put some shots in. In fact, I'm going to put some people downstairs there, because I think that's not a bad position. Now these guys have absolutely terrible weaponry, so I'm not really expecting much from them, but I will take whatever I can get. I think they should have a reasonable line of sight in this kind of position. Maybe, maybe not, actually. Apparently not. Okay, I'm going to leave them there because it might be an opportunity to bring some guys out to flank. Although, just with bolt action rifles, that's not going to do a lot. So, the general plan of attack is going to be to get everyone that's here to move up and support. Just try and fill in the gaps wherever we can. The one kind of strategic move I'm going to make is I'm going to grab these universal carriers. I'm going to swing them initially out to the left hand side, hopefully to provide a little bit of support over here, and then potentially, depending on what we kind of see the Germans doing, we could move them doing a little bit of maybe some roving attacks to kind of take out some MG positions, or I don't know. It's all going to depend what we actually end up seeing in terms of German armor. Because as soon as there's any kind of armor, even armored cards with anything heavier than a machine gun, those things are absolute toast. So definite limited use. But visibility is poor at night time, so we might be able to use that to our advantage. Now, before we go any further, full disclosure, I have actually kicked off and restarted this scenario, and here is why. Holy smoke. That would be the Nebelwerfers. And that would be our entire reinforcements. So there we go. Now I'm one for common mission campaigns, for always saying, roll with the punches. I'm quite happy to take my losses and try and move forward. But even I have limits, and apparently that limit is losing about 60% of your on-map strength within the first minute. Yeah, I think that left us in an untenable position, and I've already said I'm not convinced this is particularly going to be a winnable scenario for us. I at least want to make a go of it, so yeah, I decided that was enough to at least roll back the clock and start again, which does unfortunately mean we've got a little bit of inside info in it, knowing there's going to be an artillery barrage in this area. Now, we knew there was barrages incoming because that was in the briefing. We didn't know where. Okay, I think that's probably us ready, so let's kick off. So these guys should hopefully whiz out of the way, and we'll see if we get the same barrage we did last time. All very quiet, which is good. Quiet is good. I need time is what I need here, and luck, and my reserves to turn up on time. The briefing note did say we had been expecting reinforcements, which haven't turned up yet. Oh, that is loud. That was very loud. Yeah, okay. So I do feel a little bit cheesy because I knew that was coming, not to have suffered any casualties from it, but at the same time, yeah, sometimes you've got to accept that for the enjoyment of a game, you got to roll the dice again. Right, we've got our first spots of infantry. Dudes coming out into the field, fine. And like as I said, if we had been using these foxholes, we wouldn't have seen them. So who has made these spots? You guys have. Have you got a brain gun? Good, so you should start firing. And I'm surprised we can see them in the glare, so that's quite interesting. Which also means they can see us, so we might have to inflict some casualties and then pull back to our foxholes so that they can't just rain down MG fire on us. Because from here, they can obviously set up MG positions and just win the firepower battle. But if we can inflict some casualties and then pull back, they then have to get much closer. Which theoretically we could do in force, but I'm suspecting that they won't. Stun button. Let's just roll into the second minute. I've got no more orders to submit at this point. I suspect there will be more barrages with the Nebelwerfers having caught me out in the... Oh, I can't remember which mission it was. I think it was Mondravi? No, it was defending Tourmaville. Oh, I can't remember now. Anyway, they caught me out in one of the previous missions in that you have a barrage, and then a pause, and then a further barrage. So I think as soon as we start coming under sustained MG fire, I'm going to pull back. Very quiet thus far. Oh, don't get bogged down. Oh, you're still doing okay. I might actually range you a little bit further forward, just so you've got sight over this area, and just in case they're trying to push up this flank. Again, some armour turns up, it's going to ruin our day. And that's a bit of a risk I'm going to take here, to be perfectly honest. Right, so let's have you come up and actually go all the way through this fence, because I know how much fences mess up your targeting AI. Let's just clear all your ones. You come over here and you do the same. Might not stay there, might have to pull out, but we'll stick our noses out and see what we see. Alright, let's go again. So this is where I'm expecting round 2 from the Nebelwerfers. Assuming that's what they were. I think that's what they were. Can't remember if the briefing specified or not. Oh, there we go. Nice. I do wish, let these land first. I do wish the briefing had a little more explicit about areas which had been targeted for barrage and stuff, because, yeah, I suppose there's no way of knowing what they're coming after. I mean, you kind of suspect, but I suppose instinctively you wouldn't think, oh, I know, they're assaulting this position, so they're going to chuck a whole load of artillery behind it. To be honest, they should have just dropped it in there. They would have absolutely annihilated these guys, but no accounting for taste with the eye. So, okay, what I'm going to do here, now that I feel like I'm safe, rightly or wrongly, I'm going to get the movement orders and essentially just push absolutely everyone forward, and we're going to hold as high a line as we can. So I'll put a quick cut in here while I do that. Okay, so movement orders in. Absolutely nothing fancy here. It's just get forward as far as you can, and then once we get a lot closer, we'll worry about exactly which gaps we need you to feed into. But hopefully, we'll get some other reinforcements in a couple of minutes, and we can push those guys forward as well. Surprised I haven't seen any more contacts like closer to home. I was expecting them to have started pushing by now, which makes me nervous. You may have noticed that essentially I've left this whole bit undefended. Just don't have the numbers, and the actual objective is kind of concentrated. If I can bring it up again, as you see over here. So we don't particularly need to hold that beyond not wanting to get flanked. So I will bring up some additional troops into this area to try and offer something of a defense. But I want to try and keep these guys kind of concentrated for now. Oh, here they come across the field. So we should be in a relatively strong position of... Uh-oh. Where's that landing? Oh, that was a close one. Ah! Oh crikey. Lucky so far. This guy is living life on the edge. And we are seeing them come forward, although no one has started firing. go in command phase. Any reason you have a hide command on? That's interesting. Have they all started with that? No, you haven't. Yeah, all my infantry start with a hide command on. Okay. When do I want to pull the trigger? Well, that's really interesting actually. I never really thought of using this that way. Let's do that. Let's give them maybe another minute. How far are they going to get in a minute? Probably too far. Okay, let's get you. Or should we just get everyone to unhide? Well, I want them closer to spring the trap. But I'm worried that in 1 minute these guys are going to get far too close for comfort. Tell you what, I'm going to take you off the hide. Put a little bit of fire, get them thinking about life, and then maybe we'll spring everyone else next time. Okay, we'll call that good enough. I don't know where to look. Hopefully that's barrage entered, not quite. Oh! Okay, so there we had, oh my god, my my HQ, so Major Fife here. Just the entire 5-man team. Good night. Oh man. Oh, take another casualty there. Ah, my Sten gunner, of course. Take the automatic weapons out. Oh. This is essentially as bad as we had it before. Okay, here, nice strong 10-man team. Oh, no, none of them. All dead. Do you know how I was complaining about having those guys lost to a man last time? Apparently it's happened again. I can't believe that. That's insane. Right, let's have a look. Let's look. Hey, look, we injured someone. Let's not concentrate on the 20 odd men we're losing at the back there. So the Sten gun doing its job. And he starts to run away, yeah. This is going to be the problem here when they start building up a fire superiority along the back here. Oh, that's good. Ren dude's getting involved. Do you know, we could do something... Right, so... let's try and play sensibly here, but I think, I mean, having, again, we've lost essentially about 6% of our combat strength in one fell swoop. I think we are going to somewhat struggle to recover from this. So maybe let's try and do something drastic, which I think is just going to result in this brain carrier getting murdered. Let's see what we can. If we can cause some serious injuries before we do it, that'll be a good thing. Right, along this line we are going to unhide. We're going to let loose and then potentially pull back to our foxholes. So we don't just take a whole bunch of fire from here. And meantime you have some sight on people. I'll just let you pick your own targets. Oh, that hurt. That hurt a lot. But let's not restart. If we take a loss here, we take a loss here. It's not the end of the campaign. So obviously, fate. Right, it's these guys I want you to target, not the guys at the back. There. Look, yeah. How can you not see them? There we go. They're lying in open field. prime targets. It's a lot of automatic weapons. Maybe we let him get too close. Right, some good fire going out. Not much in the way of casualties being caused though. Oh, that's a lot of infantry. No, some more. Is that casualty there? No, it's fire. That's a lot of infantry. Okay. Fine. Maybe we should try and swing this guy, this carrier, to some support on this field to clear those dudes out. Let's try it. Are you? Hang on. You shouldn't be hiding. Why is everybody hiding? Stop it. Okay, let's do it. We're gonna have to be a little aggressive and massively ride our luck here if we want to get anything out of this. Which again, I'm not particularly expecting. Right, let's you bust through there. Take care of those guys, and you are just gonna see what you can get done before some armoured car or light tank turns up and blows you to smithereens. Which is a case of, I'm sorry, but sacrifices need to be made. You are just going to get yourself on the front line. And if you guys can manage it, please get yourself back on the front line as well. And let's keep rolling with this punishment. See how much we can take. These MGs are what's hurting us. Uh-oh, uh-oh. This Bren carrier is about to get himself killed. Will be spotted. Maybe not. It's just machine gun. Yeah, it can fire eventually. Is going to do a lot of damage, but we might be okay for a little bit at least. Oh, infantry's getting awfully close. Definitely have to pull this guy out. If he makes it, I think we'll probably find our driver gets killed from maybe spalling, if not a penetration itself. Although he may make the spot and then decide to reverse away. Oh, this guy's got to get himself in a good flanking position though. Oh, he's made it into the field. And actually somewhat protected from that armoured car. Well, our guys are getting a little bit chewed up. He should be in a reasonable position to mop up that. So what I'm going to do is actually start pulling back with my infantry. So let's pull you back to there. You're all unhappy because I need to eventually get you in a position where you might be able to actually use your Piat. Who else is still listening to commands? You. Let's pull you back. Say to that position. What other foxholes have we got in this field? Got one in the far corner. Alright, you go do that. This chap's made it. Congratulations. Let's keep going. Let's come over this way and see if we get an automatic weapon up in that house. Meanwhile, you are probably doing a good job for us. We just need you to keep doing that. But let's swing you around this way, just so you're a little bit shielded from that armoured car. Might turn round? Don't know. Again, we're playing a little bit fast and loose here, because we don't have much of an option, and you can sit there pretty until he drives forward. So we really need to get our Piat team, get them kind of woken up, and then get them working again. I mean, what we'd really like to do actually is potentially swap this guy out for another person. If we've got any other one. Ah, in fact, you know who'd been perfect for that? Where is he? You. I'm going to try it. probably it's not going to work. But if we ever get the chance to make the swap, let's do it. In fact, let's get you to come over. Yeah, we'll get you to come all the way over here. And maybe we might get a brown carrot out and make that swap over. These guys worry me a little bit. You know, I can't even see what they've got. They could certainly get close enough to stick a Panzerfaust on their side. Alright, let's push on. See if we can pull back without taking any more casualties. Hopefully this guy can get a little bit of work done against the dudes in the field. I don't really rate your choice targets there. I might have to give you some fire orders. Well, he's pushing in. Hopefully making some more spots. Oh, that's good. I really need to take out these two guys. Any of you guys aren't firing more? Right, I'm gonna have to give you some direct fire orders because you won't need to clear out these dudes in front of you. Still no reinforcements. So much for this 5-minute malarkey. Right, can you please... Let's start by just taking care of that guy. You... Now where's that armoured car? There. Kind of need you. This one guy just sitting in the back along for the ride. To try and take out these chaps. So let's maybe see if we can't move in this direction. And make that spot. Because they are causing me all sorts of grief at the minute. And then we can resume you on your roaming flanking position. Okay. Right. Oh, some more guys making the charge across the field. A little bit of brimfire out, but not much in the way of casualties being inflicted. It's all gone very quiet. Any reason you're not opening fire? It's definitely some Panzerfaust being aimed at this chap. All missing though so far. But he's definitely living life dangerously and I don't expect him to survive that long. That's good. I applaud that decision. Okay. Please continue to move in this direction. See if you can't make the spot on the guys in the field. Meanwhile, there's not much in the way of meanwhile, to be perfectly honest. If I move anyone up to this hedge line, they're just gonna come face to face with a large volume of MGs from that row over there. At the same time, it would be great to get them into this kind of position just to help clear out the close threats. Do you know what? We're going to do it. It's risky. I think everything we're doing in this mission is risky. It's that we're kind of sitting at such a disadvantage. It's a case of take a risk and either it pays off and we can scrape out a victory or a draw, or it all goes awry and we can't. So what I'm going to get him to do, which is very risky, is reverse through here. Which is a shame because you are starting to do some good work. But what I want to do is clear you out and drop off a Piat boy. To hopefully gonna lie in wait for that armoured car, and you're gonna try and make your way over here. So once you get to that position, just pop out, get yourself there. Yeah, that's probably okay. And hide yourself. We'll see how that goes. Alright, let's push on. Oh, more mortars, excellent. Oh well, hopefully it's hitting their own troops. Oh, for Pete's sake. There you go, this is all the breaks we can catch. The second he steps out of his carrier... Gone. And that's my Brent team, and I guess the Brent gunner's still up, which is a nice change. Right, can you spot this team here yet? No. That's frustrating. Probably a Panzerfaust aimed at him. They are pretty inaccurate. Oh, that's a nice little line this guy's got though. And as should you once you actually get someone with a gun. So I'll leave you chaps there for now. And really, is there anything you want to do? You're in a precarious spot because as soon as you come up along this hedge, they're going to spot you. Do I have somewhere better to move you to? I'm not sure. And of course all my guys are absolutely shot from a morale perspective because of all these losses we're getting. Okay, move yourself into there. I think you guys just need to pull back, to be honest. I'll hold you there for a turn. And may regret it. Oh. Let's check what is he using? Oh, we're not even sure. Oh, it's a rifle grenade. Oh, I see. Well, fair attempt. So we should start seeing them as we get close to this hedge line. Fortunately, these guys don't have any automatic weapons, so, you know, they're not in a great position. Yeah, that's not ideal. We haven't even made the spot and they're laying into us. Okay. You get in there. It also means I can't move this thing until he has done, so it's going to cost me a turn. Right, let's get you all the way back there. Let's go for some drastic flanking here. Not that they've been particularly effective in inflicting casualties, but needs must. I can try and do somewhat. I'm not actually sure actually. Well, either way, put some fire out against that hedge, and for want of anything better at the moment. At least we'll have this brain gun operational. But I can't believe we're not even making these spots. Oh, I forgot to move these guys, so they came under attack from a grenade. Yeah, that's the danger in having also the foxholes just behind the hedges. Oh, there goes our HQ. We don't have many troops left. Right, go on. Didn't not even that inflict a casualty. Yay. Okay, that's placing us out length. So we'll come back and we'll do probably just one more video. We'll probably wrap this up, by which point we ain't gonna have any soldiers left to fight with. Yeah, this is a bad spot, and not one I'm convinced was much of a winning position, especially after suffering horrendous losses to the German artillery, which you gotta give it to them. That's the way artillery goes sometimes. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this battering we have taken, and I will catch you all in the next one.